If you've ever felt like your life suddenly lost all meaning, if something that used to matter intensely just stopped making sense one day, if you woke up feeling like a stranger in a life you built but can't recognize anymore, then you haven't had a breakdown, you've had a breakthrough. Most people experiencing a spiritual awakening think something is terribly wrong with them. If you're in that place right now, this is the documentary you've been looking for. It begins with a hollow feeling, a quiet, persistent sense that something is missing. Maybe you hit the goal you'd been chasing for years, and then you stood there, having arrived, and felt absolutely nothing. This is what psychologists call existential disillusionment, and spiritual traditions have been describing it for millennia. The trap most people fall into. Here's where most people go wrong. When this emptiness arrives, the natural reaction is to fill it. But the emptiness is not a problem to be solved. It's a signal, a precise, intelligent signal from the deepest part of your being that the identity you've been living inside has run its course. The dark night of the soul is not a poetic metaphor. It is a full psychological and spiritual crisis. Everything that gave your life structure begins to collapse. Your sense of identity, your beliefs, your certainty about the future, your relationships may shift dramatically. But these transformations were consistently preceded by a period of acute disorientation and loss. What the brain is actually doing during a dark night is dismantling what psychologists call the narrative self, the story your mind has been constructing about who you are since childhood. The dark night is not something gone wrong. It is the ego dying, and what dies is not you. How to navigate this stage? The collapse you're experiencing is not failure. It's completion. But for those who make it through this stage, and I want to tell you clearly, you will, what waits on the other side is one of the most disorienting and beautiful experiences a human being can have. So, we've walked through all 5 stages: the great disillusionment, the dark night, the first glimpse, the deepening, and integration. And I want to ask you something directly. Do you recognize yourself in any of this? Because here's what I've come to believe.